Hello guys, this is Botworld Adventure and this is Ptash. I've decided that I didn't check enough the balance patch that was recently released, and so I've decided to give it another go, check out the bots that I didn't check. So I've decided to revisit the balance changes, and that's because I want to do a new tier list, and in order to make a new tier list I need to play more and see what's currently good or not. This will be somewhat challenging because you probably realize that many of my bots are still low level, so I need to sort of do gymnastics of really telling what is strong or not. But yeah, this video probably starts a big revisit of power of bots, so it's sort of a preparation for the tier list that is upcoming. So I plan to release it on May, and during April I will have time to revisit the gameplay again, because I wasn't playing that much recently. So let's just start. And for a start I've decided to check good old pals. So first of all, Thump, Yanke, Dunach, Meteor again because I have higher level, Longshot and Froggy, and let's see how they will do. After them I will do another comp, so we will see how they perform, and I will try to get some easier opponents. So I will get here, there are 27 level opponents there, so it should be fine to check them. I have only 1 or 2 levels less, so it shouldn't be a problem. And we will check them against bots, regular bots, as well as the bandits, of course. So I'm not sure what boosters I took. I think that these are definitely the boosters of, I need to think, alt cooldown, yeah. So what's up with Yanke? His ultimate doesn't seem to be as fast as it used to be. With Dunach it seems all nice. Thump seems to me like he's a bit stronger, a bit tougher, but that's just the impression. And I've also heard that Gasto is much stronger, but we will have to test that out because I don't have Gasto yet. I think I have only level 20. As I said in my initial review of him, I had mixed feelings, but apparently he received a major review rework, so we'll see. So Meteor is doing nice, I feel like. Yanke yanks, and he seems to work well with Longshot, which doesn't have that much higher damage, I feel like. Let me see, they are level 28 and my Longshot is level 30. The damage isn't very impressive, but I have to say is shooting at very tanky mobs. So actually maybe Noozles got even some buff. I think they were strong already, but it might be the case. When it comes to Meteor, he seems to be doing very good. And let's try some more fights. This is a good fight for Meteor because of that. And now Froggy, I wonder what changes he received. So again, I'm doing that all of without reading really what really changed. I really try to feel the change, because it says a lot. If a bot received a buff, for example, and I don't know about it and I don't notice it, it's probably not a thing that you should consider, unless you already played the bot, and that's just a nice cherry on the top, sort of. But if I notice something right away, it seems that the change is substantial, and it might be actually a good idea to either consider the bot not in the roster anymore, or adding it if that was a buff, you know. So we will see. When it comes to Froggy, I didn't really see the change as I play these matches. Of course, this is pretty bad because they have level 28. I should really change this place. So far my observation is that all of these bots that I played are around the same, and that would make sense because these bots right here seem the balance. Only Thump and Longshot. I feel like Longshot was a bit weak, and Thump too. So I wonder if they received some changes. When it comes to Dunach, he's not doing a lot, but he's still, you know, very safe, very reliable bot. So I feel like he's fine, and he probably wasn't nerfed or buffed, from what I can tell. The shield don't work against poison, so whatever. So here's the plan. I will focus on Thump and Longshot in the next battles, and I really don't want to fight enemies that are level 28, but I sort of have no chance of choosing them, because that's how it works. So yeah, I just have to endure that. Let's see how much damage Longshot does against squishy targets, and Thump is supposed to be a tank, so let's see how much he you know, deals. So his ultimate seems to be going fast, and damn, look at that. That Longshot instantly got wiped away. So far there isn't much that I would consider like game changing. Thump and Longshot died quickly. I have to say, we play against wild bots in form of these guys, and these are horrible. Like, they are so strong and they are so dangerous to play against, so I shouldn't really choose them. That's not really telling me anything. So let's maybe choose some other opponent, okay? Let's maybe choose another opponent, because these shuffles, if I remember correctly, these are very strong. And in general, wild bots are something Wild bots are not good benchmark, because wild bots, if you face like 10 berries, they are almost harmless. And when you face like 10, of course you don't face 10, but you may face like 6, for example, shuffles, or what else, maybe bullseyes, then it's very difficult. So it's a bad benchmark. Let's try again. So I put Thump to protect this Longshot, and maybe I want to disrupt stuff with Meteor. Let's see. So Meteor trapped the bullseye, and it's fine. And Big Shot is shooting, Thump is damaging, but well, look how fast this Thump got destroyed by Slicer. He is not very tanky. I wonder, I think that Thump didn't receive any buff, he's the same. And that's a shame really, because I feel like he's still too weak. If Thump received any buff, to me he's still too weak. Like, he couldn't stand like Slicer ult. It did like more than half his HP. I know that Slicer was 2 levels above him, but I feel like if he was equal level, that wouldn't change much, you know. So I think that Thump should receive a little more. And Longshot, I honestly don't see change. He seems very similar. Maybe he is a bit weaker, even if I had to ask what really changed. Maybe Longshot is a bit weaker than it used to be. Alright, the rest is kind of the same. Don't really have any... I assume they weren't changed. I don't feel like either, you know, Froggy needed change, or Yanke or Thump. I'm interested only in the poison tank damage. This is 1000 per second, which seems fine for this level, so it's alright. I have to say, on the highest level, Froggy's ultimate was a bit too strong if it landed on all enemy bots, so it might have been, you know, a bit nerfed, I suspect, but I didn't notice that. Yanke, Dunach, Meteor, really, I didn't see much change, so yeah. Same for Froggy. I would say that Longshot either didn't change or is a bit weaker. It would be funny if it ended up being that he got buffed, so his DPS seems fine. I mean, Longshot was always a bot, which is interesting because he was great at dealing with squishy targets, but once Longshot started attacking a tank, he was dead. because he's just not doing anything to tanks. But once he attacks an enemy squishy bot, then he is very reliable. Thump, maybe he got a small buff. I assume he got a small buff, but I couldn't notice. So maybe on level 30 you do notice the buff, because it should, like, probably the buffs are made for level 30 in mind, so that might, you know, sort of alter my experience with all of that. But yeah, and here we have a pretty bad situation, because I have like level 22, 23 bots. I really can't check them out in proper battle. This is pretty bad. I have to say, there should be some way of facing low level bots in the game, even if you would like get no rewards at all. I could actually play arena against my guys in guild, and I might very well do that. So if I find someone who is on my level or about my level, we will see how it does. So we have Slash, Nozzle, KO, Nibbles, Halo, and Mort, and I think that's a good team. I could use Slash, but you know what? Let's try it. Okay, he has like... Oh, I forgot. There is a lot of people who has level 20 bots, because they sort of... It's much slower to gain levels after that. So I can actually check out my bots, although I have higher levels, so that would be altered. But you know what? Let's see. It's the best way, I think, still to check. And yeah, the damage of that Morty wasn't anything great. He has 2 higher levels, still didn't do that much. Yeah, half HP of that Big Shot, but Big Shot also didn't do much to him. I think that Big Shot was nerfed a bit. I mean, Big Shot didn't do that much either, and maybe Mort had health increased. Maybe that's the case. Let's put Nozzle here and like maybe KO. Yeah, so as I said, Beat seems strong, like you can even tell here. He has lower level, but he managed to stun them and defeat the one enemy, finish him off. So it's not that bad. Okay, let me check now. Maybe someone who has a bit higher level. And now I want to check with my slicer. So let's see with that. And also let's see the Gasto. Okay, so that will be the last sort of batch of bots for this one. I don't want to change Nozzle really, but I sort of do, because I mean Nozzle is a bit boring. It's like a better barrier. He doesn't do really much in battle. That's my opinion. You might love this bot, and that's fine to me. But you know what? Yeah. Okay, so I should look for like 4000 probably rating. Yes, that's the best. Oh, that's a nice skin, by the way. And let's try this out. Alright, so we have like Gasto here that throws maybe KO and maybe throws Slicer at the enemies. So let's see. So all of my bots got stunned. Now it was this. I mean, Bullseye wasn't nerfed. He still does insane damage. No KO. Was thrown at the shuffle. Yeah, I mean, Gasto seems fine, but for example here he didn't throw him at the Pluggy, which would have been better, so I guess he isn't that smart. That's cool, I just teleported with the enemy. The Nibbles seems okay to me. About the same as before. So yeah, but I can definitely notice that Gasto is stronger. But I still need to find a proper enemy, because so far it doesn't really look that fair. I have higher level of bots. But it shouldn't matter that much. Usually 1 or 2 levels don't matter. It's just that this combo with Halo and KO or Nibbles is probably strong. Let's look. So yeah, I think that Mort might have been nerfed a bit. As you can see here, he wasn't really doing that much. Mort seems to be only good if you manage to hit 3 targets with him. Maybe he's decent if he hits 2, but overall Mort seems to be good if you only hit 3 targets with him, which is kind of a lot to ask for. So yeah. Okay, here is a good enemy. So he has level 25 bots, and let's see. Okay, so again, Gasto, maybe Mort somewhere from the side to sort of attack the enemies. So we have Mort against Froggy. Ram, Bane. I very doubt it that Ram was buffed or anything, but he seems very strong. And he like almost one-shotted that Mort. I know that Mort is supposed to be squishy, but he's not that squishy, I assume. Oh, I forgot that I have level 30, so my abilities do a lot. Okay, let's try Slicer here. You know, guys, I have really... It's very, very difficult to... really say if something is stronger or not. And the reason for that is... It's just so hard to fight in this game, like with completely equal levels. I wish to also turn off abilities, and then I could really tell if something changed. All of these bots probably have changed, you know, in some way, or at least most of them. But as you can see, if the battle has at least like 1 or 2 level disparity, it's just such a big change that all of these balance changes don't matter. And they sort of blend in, and you can't really notice if something is stronger or not. This is probably the closest to the fair battle I can have with that team. And let's try to do my best. So I put Gasto and like Nibbles and KO to sort of make a combo of a Gasto shooting enemies at the people. But I ended up getting killed with abilities. I wish I could turn off abilities for myself and for the enemy, so I can really see what's the power of the bots. But so far I see that Nozzle is often played and the Ram. These seem very strong in this current meta. Okay, so maybe Slicer for the big shot, and maybe he will get stuck here. Yeah, Slicer seems to be doing well. I need to do that because sometimes this ability bugs. I mean, Mort is definitely decent. I think he wasn't changed and is just the good old Mort, because yeah, when he hits 2 squishy targets, he's very useful, but otherwise he's kinda useless, and he was always like that, so there's that. Let's try again something like this maybe. So KO with... oh no, Gasto got him from my view. And what we have here... oh, so Gasto actually made... why he's throwing around Halo? That's weird. Okay, I can't really tell what's happening, but Gasto seems stronger. I think he has quicker ult. He's just throwing people around so quickly. And where is the speed up of the KO? Oh, it's finally there. It's a bit too late. And what about Pluggy, by the way? Pluggy seems so strong because he seems tanky. Nibbles? Have to say I wasn't impressed with his damage against that Mort. They were of equal level. Alright guys, so that was it. I'm still checking out these bots. What do you think? Did you notice something from these battles? I really need to think that through. As I say, I test all of bots before the upcoming bot tier list. And yes, I have to do a lot of testing to analyze what bots are good and what bots are bad. As of now, they seem to be well balanced, if I have to be fair. You saw these battles and none of the bots were somewhat like extremely better than the others. It's all sort of dependent on the situation, so I would say that the balance of the game is pretty good right now. And that was probably the aim of the rebalance update. Yes, I have to really check what bots are standing out and what are a bit weaker to make a proper tier list. So share your thoughts with me. What do you think is strong right now? What do you think is weak right now? Because I will take that into consideration when making my tier list for 2024. Thanks guys for watching for now and see you next time.